This is Johanna Thomas talking healthy handmade chocolate with Stephen Conway, the MD of Pure Heavenly. Heavenly is delicious, dairy-free chocolate alternative, 100% vegan, gluten-free, soy-free, palm oil-free, with less than 4% sugar. Stephen, welcome to the Way Forward Show.
Thank you very much.
Now, who doesn't love a square or bar of chocolate? Stephen, you must do. I mean, tell us how and why you started Pure Heavenly.
Great question. Well, it was 2 years ago at Easter time. My two young daughters, I've got two daughters, one who is age 12, the other one is age 10. And they were basically at home. I just arrived home on an afternoon after work to find two massive smiles on my children's faces. And I was like, okay, this is interesting, what's going on here? And then went into the kitchen and realised why they were smiling, because they were surrounded by mountains of chocolate given by well-meaning relatives. There were Easter eggs, there were selection boxes, there were bars, there were mini eggs, there was the whole works.
Danger.
And, yes. Now, the challenge is that my children are not really good with dairy, and they're not great with sugar, and they're gluten intolerant as well.
Right.
And so I tried to negotiate with them to make this chocolate last at least, a few months, or maybe even a few weeks, or even a few days.
Good luck.
Yes, exactly. So anyway, by the end of the day, they had scoffed their way through most of it, because as we all know how addictive sugar chocolate is.
Yeah.
And then I faced the onslaught of the stomach aches, and more importantly, they had turned into children of the devil.
That's hilarious.
And they were running around like crazed
Bouncing
animals.
off the walls, yeah.
Bouncing off the walls. And I was like, well, this is your fault. And it didn't matter. This message wasn't getting through to them because they were spaced out on this sugar chocolate.
Oy, oy.
And so I basically thought, well, you know what? I'll see if I can find some healthier chocolate online so that we could all enjoy it as a family. Because likewise, my wife has suffered from rheumatoid arthritis, but she can't eat chocolate.
Right.
I am dairy intolerant. So I went online and I tried loads of different brands, and I was very excited. Each time one arrived, I opened it up, got the kids in, and said, "Hey, here's a new one. Let's try that." And each time they gave me the same reply, which was basically they didn't like the taste, they didn't like the texture, it was too dark, or what? How it's raw chocolate. None of it was children friendly.
Yeah.
And to be honest, even me as quite a reasonable connoisseur of chocolate, even I wasn't overly enamoured. So I thought, well, how difficult can it be to make chocolate in your own kitchen? So I went online, looked up recipes, bought ingredients. I knew what sort of sweeteners I wanted to use, because I'm very conscious of, ones that are going to be beneficial to their health. And so I started creating this chocolate in our kitchen, and let me tell you, it was a mess.
Wow.
It was chewy, it was grainy, the kitchen looked like a bomb had hit it. However, the chocolate itself tasted, even though it was chewy and grainy, it tasted all right, and my kids quite liked it. Actually, I have to say, so did we.
Nice. So
I sort of worked on it a little bit, and then we had friends round, they tried it, and their kids came round and they tried it. After a few iterations, it started to get quite good. And our friends used to come round and keep saying, "Have you got any more of that homemade chocolate that you make?"
Yeah.
And it was at that point I thought, well, I wonder whether I could actually turn this into something that, I could sell to friends and sell to, maybe put on the web and maybe what have you.
Sure.
And so that's where Heavenly was born. And I took it, for the first test, was taking it to the girls' school. They had a school Christmas fair.
Right.
And so I took it to the Christmas fair, and I had about 500 bars. And I was thinking, well, if I sell 100, then that'll be great.
You sold them all, huh?
I sold them all.
No, wow.
And I sold them all in about 2 hours.
Wow.
And more interestingly, was the majority of the buyers, because they were all allowed to try it, the majority of the buyers were the children coming back with their money that they could spend on any other tap at these, you know what it's like at a Christmas event, the tombola, the different pick and mix type, all the different things that they can go and waste that money on, but they chose to come back and buy chocolate from my stand, and that was when I suddenly realised, you know what?
You're onto a good thing.
We've got a business here,
Amazing.
and when effectively Heavenly was officially launched.
I love that. Well, you must be super dad to everybody. For sure, it's important for our health, disease prevention, and longevity that we reduce the sugar and the other nasties, which more and more people these days are having intolerances too. I mean, can you please elaborate on exactly what makes your brand so special compared to the other chocolate brands on the market?
Great question, Joanna. So one of I think the main distinction is that we are currently, and we have done a lot of searching to see if we can find that, but we are currently the only chocolate bar that we know of that is both dairy-free and low sugar. You can either, what we found so far, you can either get ones that are dairy-free but are quite high in sugar, but you can also get ones that are low sugar but have dairy in them. So we do both, but not only that, we also are palm oil free, so there is no destruction of the rainforest with our chocolate.
Yeah.
We also buy our cocoa from very ethical cocoa suppliers in Colombia, and they support basically farmers to convert themselves from cocaine farming into cocoa farming. So it's got a fantastic ethical story in terms of, producing a really good quality cocoa, but also we've got some really good ethical standards behind the product as well.
Oh,
in fact,
great.
our mini bars, the packaging is 100% compostable as well. So, we go to a great level of effort to make sure that the product is great for people in general, but also that it's good for the planet as well.
Yeah, I mean, that has to be the way forward for brands in the future. You need to give back, even if it's to the planet or whatever it is. And I love that. As a conscious consumer myself, I know that I'm doing some real good around the world in buying Heavenly and compared to other brands, while also nourishing my body better, which is so important. So your bras, they come in 2 different sizes. As you said, you've got a smaller size, which is the handy 25-gram bar, which I guess would be good for kids' lunchboxes and snacks on the go, that kind of thing.
They are, absolutely.
And then you've got the 80-gram bars, and I love the packaging myself. I thought it was very sleek, very chic, colourful, just perfect. Not too in your face, just very elegant.
Well, that was actually a deliberate decision, was that we wanted to make it appeal to both adults and children.
Yes.
So the sort of top half has that sort of Apple-esque type minimalism, and then the bottom half with the stars appeals to the sort of children as well.
Yeah,
because what's the great thing about the product is, we enjoy it with our kids. They absolutely love our chocolate. But what's also great about it is because it doesn't, you don't have a surge of insulin. It doesn't spike your blood sugars,
right?
Because it's high fat, low sugar.
Yeah.
So kids and my children are the best test of this, because they are ones that become demented on sugar chocolate.
I think all kids do. Come on, it has to be said.
Well, yeah. But the good thing is that when we give them Heavenly and they have, 2, 3, 4 squares of Heavenly a day, they're satiated.
Right.
And
they're still your heavenly angels, right?
And they will always be
my
heavenly
bless
angels.
You.
Absolutely.
So you have a great variety of flavours in the milk and the dark to get everyone's mouth watering. I think for me the winner was probably the dark ginger, followed by the milk mint. But tell us about the other ones that you have.
Right. Well, interesting you should say this, because shortly we're about to bring out a whole new range of dark flavours as well.
Ooh.
So we have everything from our top seller is the salted caramel, but we have orange, we have mint, as you've mentioned, we've got fruit and nut, we've got hazelnut, we've got a dark. So yeah, it's got a whole range. But we've also got coming out, we've got a dark orange and cardamom. We've got a dark lemon, a dark raspberry, a dark coffee,
Oh my gosh.
and a dark with sea salt. So because what happened was we've got 10 currently. We've got 10 that are milk chocolate alternatives. In other words, they're made with rice cream as opposed to milk.
Yeah.
And we only actually have 2 dark, which you mentioned, one of them being the dark ginger. But we've got quite a lot of people who absolutely love our dark, but they are going, hey, come on, when are you going to do some more of the bigger dark bars? So
it's very popular now. The dark chocolate's very popular. You know, people think it's a lot more healthier, you know, with all the goodness in the cacao and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And we did a poll on our Facebook page saying what flavours would you like to see, and we had 2,000 responses.
Extraordinary.
People saying what they would like in terms of dark flavours. So that was incredible. And they're coming out in probably the next month or two. So,
super exciting. So that's the future.
Yeah,
That's the near future. Yum yum. Can't wait to try some. Let's get down to the nitty gritty then. So importantly, tell us where people can currently purchase the Pure Heavenly Healthy Chocolate range from. Retail, online.
Yes, well, we've got about 40 small retailers that take it at the moment. We're not in any of the major supermarkets. That is something that possibly will be something in the future. So if you want to check out if you've got a local stockist to you, if you go on our website, there is a stockist locator. Alternatively, if you buy online via pureheavenly.com, which is Pure, heavenly.com, we deliver within 2 to 3 days anyway.
Lovely.
So you can order it direct.
Wonderful. And that's the website done. So tell us your social media sites that people can support and follow.
Yes, so our Facebook is Pure Heavenly Chocolate. Our Instagram is Pure Heavenly UK, and I think that's the same for Twitter. But I think if you search for Pure Heavenly on any of them, you'll be able to find them.
Wonderful.
And we've also got a fantastic subscription club on the website, which saves you 70% off your first order and up to 50%, up to 40% of subsequent orders, and you get free shipping as well. That's our VIP club. So
that is a good deal. Yeah.
Great way to save.
Great deal. And also now the kids are back at school, it's a great time to sort of sign up and get some delivered direct to your door just in time.
Yeah, we have bearing in mind we haven't been going that long, we've got 1,100 subscribers who subscribe every single month, and that includes a lot of our friends. And I was at a party on Saturday night with quite a few of our friends who are subscribers, and I can't tell you the number. They kept coming up to me going, I've just run out of your chocolate. Is there any way I can have it topped up? So,
they probably expect you to carry some in your back pocket as well, right? Have you got any on you, mate?
Yeah, I'm instead of a drug dealer, I'm a chocolate dealer. What would you like? Solid caramel, orange?
Exactly. Oh, that's all good. Well, that's all we have time for. Thank you so much, Stephen. It's been a delight. And everyone, go and get yourself some Pure Heavenly ASAP.
Thank you, Joanna. Take care. All the best.
Take care. This is Johanna Thomas, your resident holistic nutritionist for The Way Forward.